Hello, everyone. So, today I have a question for you. Have you ever heard the saying, the dying to self and awakening to the new, original, and authentic you? It is never that you are receiving a new body or a new spirit when you die to self. In this situation, when we are going to be talking about awakening and dying to your old self, this is a situation where everything that you thought you hate about yourself, the hidden part of you, now comes out, and the fake part, the masks you wear to be who you are authentically not, now fade away. The issue is the old self doesn't just die, it kind of put on a little fight and linger long, even when you are ready to move on with a new self. It's sort of like you waking up one morning and you look in the mirror. You notice that everything on the surface appears the same, yet deep inside, you may sense a gentle shift, a quiet feeling that something within you has changed, even if you can't quite find a word or name for the feeling. A part of your inner world might feel emptier or calmer, as if a chapter has softly closed. This is the ego part of the body, the prideful part. The death of the ego is the feeling of panic and dread that can emerge during this process. They're also parts of your ego. They put on a little fight, they don't want to go down. And the social mask you've worn might resist letting go because of the fear of the loss of the familiar, your familiar identity, those masks that makes you feel comfortable, even deep inside you. This is not your real self. So, according to Carl Jung's understanding, the dark night of the soul aligns with the process of individuation, the awakening of your true self. It begins when the outer structure of your ego's meaning start to crumble. This can be an intense but necessary journey into the unconscious to face your shadow. And you know what? The the shadow are those that guiding you that you pretend you don't like. Some of you like to talk and be like the leader in the party, but you pretend to be quiet. And that's not you. And those who are quiet put up a show just to be loud. But deep down, that is not who they are. So, guiding you towards the greater wholeness. The time before this awakening is often called the dark night of the soul, where there will be a gentle lead into your awakening. The journey is sometimes described in theology as the already but not yet, the space between where you are and where you are headed. So the past is something you don't want to be fake or mask anymore, but you are heading to the authentic you. In the process is the dark night where the struggle begin, that you want the old you to die and the real authentic you comes forward. The old has become the ego, the pride. It kind of want to put up a little fight. It doesn't just go away like that. And for Jung, the spiritual awakening isn't about finding immediate peace, but it's about gaining deeper understanding of yourself. It can be triggered when what once gave you meaning, the external goals, the relationship, or beliefs begin to dissolve. The ego's familiar framework might no longer support you, and this causing the feeling of disorientation. Apostle Paul says, the good things I want to do, I do not. The bad things that I want to stop. That is what he ended up doing. And he asked for God's grace. Sometimes we need grace of God to shed those bad things and trusting God to take one step at a time until eventually it will all fall off. So there's a subtle, awful, unnoticed transformation that will be happening within you. It's like a quiet ending that passes without fanfare or obvious sign. You are the one struggling within you. At a time, it's going to show on the outside, but in the beginning, you are struggling to do the right thing, and the bad thing is still drawing you and refusing to go. So it tends to unfold gently. And sometimes during peaceful night, especially after facing your deepest loss or betrayal, when those things you held there, you are being betrayed, you lost so much fortune, it kind of forces you to sit back and think, what is all this actually giving you if all that you have done for so long has come to ruin or loss, or the ones you trusted has betrayed you? It gives you a time, the dark night, to sit back and analyze yourself. And this is where the struggle become. Now the real you wants to come out, and then the old is fighting to stay. Over time, your instinct now will become more delicate and attuned. You will notice that what once brought you joy or fascination gradually becomes harder to tolerate, often without realizing it right away. The illusion of the persona, the party goer kind of you that you show off, now you calm down. The social mask you've been wearing begin to feel ineffective. You realize that your old way of living no longer aligns with who you truly are, which can lead you to feeling of profound exhausted. So to reach a higher level of awakening and to reach that full consciousness, it can be helpful to explore the unconscious gently. Think of your shadow as your hidden treasure, the part of you that you've been hiding. They are your treasure, because the good and the bad is in humanity. You just need to pray to know how to balance them. You cannot put up the show of the good alone and pretend that you never get angry or pretend that you don't feel pain. Those are pretension. Those are a mask that needs to go. Now you are coming on as your real you. When you feel bad, you let people know. And when you are happy, you are truly happy. You can define what makes you happy, not just pretending. So that encompasses the part of your personality that have been hidden, the repressed, the denied, or the sound part of you now comes out. This is what is going to make you individual. You become the whole you. You are not hiding anymore. The maturity comes as some people get it late in life and some get it in the mid life. I'm not saying putting up shadow is really bad, but when it becomes your life, that is when it's bad. Sometimes you need to put a little jazz here and there, but don't make it the reality of your life. So, integration, which is why encountering the shadow might be painful at the time, Jung believe it holds great creative potential and is valuable. It is in that dark night, in your quiet, in the solitude, that the real you now comes out. Don't rush it, don't force it. And in the next three episode, I'm still gonna break this down into three parts, 1, 2, 3, where I can make it more understandable. I try to break it down as as much as I can. But we are going to go into part 1, part 2, part 3, and I can break down the real experience of going through those phases, shedding the old self, the already but not yet, and the true awakening that you finally arrive as your individuation, which is called your real self. See you at the brighter side of next episode. Thank you.